Do we deal with the loss of a loved one?
Personality profile Dr. Richard Levak joins us with more. So today we're kind of talking about grief. Good morning to you, first of all. A lot of people don't really know what grief actually is, kind of that feeling.
Yes. Grief is a mixture of feelings. You know, a number of times people who've lost someone will come to me and say, I feel guilty because I don't feel anything. I feel numb. So you can feel numb, you can feel very sad, you feel lonely, you feel empty, you feel angry. So grief is a number of different mixed feelings, and that everybody grieves slightly differently.
You know, it's interesting. I asked on my Facebook page yesterday, who are you remembering this Memorial Day weekend? And I got a lot of really interesting responses. Some of them actually brought me to tears. Some recent losses, but also people that dealing with losses from years and years and years ago.
Yes.
Talk about some of the best ways to sort of process that and deal with it. A, when it's raw, B, when it's something from years ago, but it still gets you.
Yes. Some losses you never fully get over, meaning that when an event arises, like Memorial Day, like today, where people are remembering lost ones, it is appropriate that it re-engages that scar tissue. And you think about that person, miss them, think about the things that you loved about them. And find a way to celebrate their life. Some people find tremendous healing in going to take care of other people who have lost a loved one, or create some kind of memorial, you know, like the Murph we just saw. By just doing something that people can come and participate in, we feel a sense of connection to our loved one.
Well, and I think a lot of people expect each year maybe for it to get easier, and sometimes that's not the case. So how can people kind of work on that feeling and maybe next year not feel as so, either whether it's guilty, whether it's sadness, the following year?
Yes. If you find yourself, there is such a thing as complicated loss, where you really just can't get over a loss. And that's more serious, and that's where you need help. And we can talk, if we have time, about what causes complicated loss. But it is absolutely normal to re-experience the sense of loss when it's triggered by another person's loss, or by a day that celebrates that loss, the person's birthday, their anniversary. So that's normal. And expect it, don't fight it, be around people who love you, be around people that give you a sense of belonging, and then find some ritual. If the loved one loved to go to the beach, make that day that you remember that when they died a beach day, where you can go and create some kind of ritual where you feel connected to that person.
Lastly, what can we do if there's someone in our life that we know is going through something difficult, especially on a day like today? I think a lot of times you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, so you end up doing nothing.
That's very important.
In your opinion, what's the best way to sort of encourage somebody and support them when they're going through something tough?
Oh, this is so important. We're often afraid to talk about loss to someone who's lost someone, because we're afraid we're going to trigger bad feelings in them. Don't be afraid of that. It's all right to call someone you love who you know is having a tough time today and say, hey, it's Memorial Day, I was just thinking of you, how you doing? If the person is open, say, I know how much you loved him, or I know how much you loved her, so I know today's tough. We're just calling you to tell you we love you, and if you'd like to take a walk later, or if you'd like to go out, maybe get down to the beach, we'd love to do it with you. Offer something. And also remember that some people actually don't like to talk about the loss, and that's okay too. But all of us feel so much better if someone calls and just asks us how we're doing. So don't be afraid of that.
Just take that first step.
Take that first step.
I like that. Great advice. Dr. Richard Levak, always nice having you on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's get on.